Hi, I'm Game Guy, and I just want to cover a few things before I finish off Let's Play Yoshi's Island Low Score Challenge. Namely, some lower scores, like the one in Cave of Harry the Hedgehog. You might remember how I said you could possibly get a 5 on this. Well, it turns out you can. You actually have to get Mario to, be in a perfect spot so that you're standing on top of the door while you grab him back. Because otherwise, you pretty much have to press up on the door the split second you get Mario back on your saddle. So timing is ridiculously tight for that one. So next up, I mentioned this a few times actually. On the level select screen, you want to hold select and press, I think, LLBAR. Yeah. When you do that, this screen pops up. And actually, you can do this for items and whatnot that you can use by pressing select at mid-level. Obviously, I never did this during the entire Let's Play, but, you know, this is something you could do. The only ones that are really worth mention, the coin battle gives you a cloud item that will turn enemies into clouds. So it's a good way to get rid of enemies if you're just utterly swamped. And the other one is the seed spitting thing. I might have mentioned that one before too, but you can use the watermelons to basically attack. They're mostly useful on defeating Salvo the Slime whenever he shows up in the later levels. So it actually kills him pretty quick. So I was going to show both of these games just for the sake of showing them. You know, I actually fail pretty bad at this one. I usually do this one without getting hit, but for some reason I was doing terrible. It's probably because I have not played this game in, forever. He was standing right on top of me and I didn't even notice. But, yeah. Oh, and on the Super Nintendo version, it's a different code that you have to enter. I'm trying to remember what it is. I might throw it in as an annotation later, I don't know. Yeah. Alright, next up on that level I've been hovering over, certain Sluggy. This one angers the crap out of me because I remember trying to do this several times while I was doing this level, yet for some reason I couldn't do it. But apparently, it's possible to jump over the coins. I seriously didn't know that. Alright, this one baffles me, okay? I never would have thought to do this. What actually happened was, I went searching for more videos of the low score challenge, and it turns out I found some speed run of the game. I'll have a link of it in the description, so. And what they did for this level is they well, as you can tell, I'm basically climbing up this wall by jumping on the bats. Which you might be thinking right now, because I know I was when I saw it the first time. It's like, what the heck am I doing? It'll all make sense in a minute or two. But no, that speedrun also has something else for another thing I'm going to show in a few minutes. This clip's going to take a while, because this method is probably harder to pull off, but the fact that you have as much time as you want to do it makes it so much easier, in my opinion. I know I just contradicted myself right there. I mean, basically what you're doing is you're flying over the level for the most part, but after you get to a certain point, the level doesn't start scrolling anymore when you drop down, so you can take as long as you need. However, of course, you also don't have Poochie, so you gotta get creative at the end. Which actually, that takes me several tries, and I screw up a fair amount of time, so I'm just gonna have another cut right here, and there we go. I recommend getting this. The speedrun guy didn't do it, obviously, for the sake of speed, but it is possible without it, obviously. But, I mean, this just gives you a little bit more leeway when it comes to trying to save Mario. This part's actually kind of tricky. Of course, I screw it up a little bit, but whatever. I still make it. You want to let one of these bats fly over here so you can get a boost over this wall, which is actually higher than normal, I think. And then, of course, this guy is still our candidate for losing Mario, so But see, the thing is, now you're actually high enough to jump over the flower. Take that. Ha! No more pixel-perfect jump for you. And going through the goal ring is as simple as jumping and having a leap of faith. Yeah. No, seriously, that baffles me. I didn't even know that was possible. The next one, I feel absolutely stupid for not realizing I could do this. Hit that switch, it's gonna go by real quick, so pay attention. Did you see that? Did ya? Did ya? Actually, that platform, it moves up just a very tiny bit before it goes down. If you jump, like, just as you land on it, you should get the upward momentum. And actually, you can jump much higher than that. But I didn't, so obviously there's a lot of leeway there. But seriously, I don't know how I didn't think of that. Probably because at that point I'm rushing, so I didn't even notice it. Oh well. For this next one, I want to thank Mario Power 201 for giving me the idea. I didn't think of it at all. But you can dodge this flower. Yeah, like that. Because apparently you can go inside a piranha plant and dodge the flower. Actually, this requires some insane timing because a lot of times I was trying this, Mario didn't make it. So I'm not even 100% sure how to describe the exact timing. And because I felt bad for not showing it, here's door 2 in Bowser's Castle. It's significantly longer and a little harder, but it's definitely possible. Unfortunately, I also kind of fail at it several times. Crap in my throat for some reason. I don't need you. Seriously. Okay, this guy's in my way. And of course, I keep running into these stupid spike guys. And then I run into him. See, for crying out loud, Basically, you just go through this like normal, but don't jump too high. Because obviously doing that might lead you to some red coins. Because red coins are still terrible. For this section, you can pretty much just ignore it. However, those coins up there at the top, a lot of them are red. And in order to get past them, you actually have to grab this jungle shy guy and bounce off of him to get up here. So this one right next to me right now is red. I know that one for a fact, and that one's obviously impossible to dodge, even if the rest are. Thankfully, none of the other red coins are really in your way. So, I mean, you can kind of breeze through here. And, unfortunately, you gotta fight Salvo again. Ugh. However, if you did do that trick to use the watermelon, this actually makes the fight so much easier. I actually completely forgot about it while I was doing this until near the end, when I run out of eggs. So, you know. But no, the watermelon seeds utterly destroy him. If you really are having trouble with Tap-Tap's fort and like this level, if you keep getting door 2, it might be worth your while to try the watermelon items. Yeah, see, I ran out of eggs, so I'm like, oh yeah, I have watermelons. I could have just used that. And look, he takes one more hit. Go figure, huh? Screw you, Salvo. Anyway, that's pretty much it, because the locked door takes you to that main scrolling room with Kamek shooting at you all the time. Anyway, that's basically it. Unless I think of something else down the road, which I don't think I will. That's probably about as low as I can go. And I don't even play Limbo. Bad puns. See you next time, guys.